All right, everyone, let's quickly start with writing class. I've got Bindu's essay and Divya's essay today. Muzakar, I tried to check your essay, perhaps you have not sent again, so I took the one that was good for the explanation. Okay, these are the tricky questions, so the reason I took this. Let's read the question. I'm going to help you understand the mistakes that essay has made, what marks the essay gets, and everything. Nowadays, the way people interact with each other has changed. Obviously, the topic sentence is hinting you to talk about the changes because of technology. These are the keywords that I highlight so that my mind would know on what grounds it should think about the ideas. In what ways technology affected the type of relationships people make. Okay, this is the first question. Has this become a positive or a negative development? This is second question. See, both the questions almost mean the same. So this is where you need to use your kidney and decide. In second paragraph, let's say you talked, it is such a positive development. Wow, it is affected in this way, full of positives. Then third paragraph, you cannot write anything, isn't it? So second paragraph, you should deal in a way. The third paragraph will not be hindered. Has this become a positive and negative development? Here, whatever you say, negative development, then second paragraph, you cannot say, wow, it is so good. Or you say that it is affected in this way. Don't say it is so good if you are telling that it's a negative development in the next paragraph. Or you just explain superficially, means on the layer, how it will impact the type of relationships. Can anyone give an example of type of relationships? Anybody? Type of relationships means what? What do you mean by type of relationships? Bindu Muzakir, I want you guys to answer. All right, let's check what Google says. Just trying my luck. Family, friendship, acquaintance, romantic relationships, could be anything. Finding a bride, finding a bridegroom, talking to the grandfather, talking to parents, talking to a friend. These are all the type of relationships. How it has affected type of relationships that people make. So possibly you need to explain more than one type because they've clearly given types of relationships. Correct, Bindu? You explain how it has affected. This has helped them do this. It has given them an opportunity to do this. Don't explain the positivity or the negativity. Just state the facts. And then the consequences of it. If this goes for a long run, then full gone case. That will be in the third paragraph. Guys, getting it? If you tell everything in second paragraph, then what will you talk in the third paragraph? Be very careful. So this kind of essays, these kind of essays, you need to be really smart. Before you start writing, you need to make the complete understanding of what has to be written in second paragraph so that this is what I can write in third paragraph. Otherwise, simple question. Let's read what Bindu has written. In today's world, technology has altered the way individuals engage with each other. So I think it's one word. Nope. It is with each other is enough. It is because the internet provides the opportunity to know the well-being of their family members, of the family members who are far away, not away, from them. However, elderly people miss out on meeting their loved ones in person because most of the children prefer interacting online to interact online. I feel the development of technology may be both positive and negative depending upon how we use it. Okay, this is fine. No, not that scored. You don't have to worry. Let's see the second paragraph. In what ways has technology affected the type of relationships? So, for this, you need to consider at least two relationships. Probably you can consider close friends or online dating apps, or you can talk about finding a groom, finding a bride. Let's see what she has written. One is family you take, one is acquaintance or this groom wala or anything as such. The technological advancements have made everything available online, eliminating the need to meet or greet people offline. All right. It means that if we want to talk to someone or wish to see them, we can make a video call because almost everyone has access to the internet and video calling as such as WhatsApp in their phones. Affected the type of relationships. Okay, maybe in the example, I would like to see the type of relationships. For examples, many students study overseas and are unable to visit their homes, houses on a regular basis. As a result, technology is extremely advantageous. Never right. No, the question is not writing an advantage. How it is affected? Probably you could have written in a different way. Technology is advantageous to such people since it allows to keep their family and friends informed of their well-being via apps. Yeah, good, not bad. In addition, another type of relationship, such as finding perfect partner, has surfaced, where two people meet up online, irrespective of their distances, and make decisions for the life. This means continue and end it. Probably that would be a better answer, a more clearer answer, because they have given types of relationships. So more than one type, student versus family, and two people meeting online, finding your partner online. All this is affected, right? Using technology, this all has come up. So you can talk about it. Don't say it's advantageous. This has benefited them, or this is what it is. You just show the way it is. Don't give your opinion saying it is advantageous. As a result, probably what could have written. As a result, those people can stay in touch since it allows to keep their family and friends informed of their well-being via these apps. This is fact. I'm not deciding whether it is good or bad. I'm just stating what it is. Getting it? Because that is in what ways it is affected. This is one of the ways using which they're able to connect. This is one of the other ways using which they're able to make decision for their life and stay together forever, find their soul partner. Just state the facts. Otherwise, you've written really good. Was I getting it? Just getting it? Few small things make a huge difference in your essay. For the very fact that next question is clearly asking, is it a positive development or negative development? So you better don't use the words, it's so advantageous for them. No. With the help of this, they are able to connect, which was not possible earlier without technology. Just state the way it is. Okay. Otherwise, Bindu, you've written really good. Let's complete this. Let me also write, irrespective of their distances, what it wants to write, nothing, and make decisions for the life. This means using matrimonial websites, people are able to soulmate easily and find happiness in their life. Done and dusted. Or you want to add more clarity, maybe you can write, in the past this was not the case, now they can wait and choose the one who fits their needs, who are so alike. Something of that you can continue writing if you really want to. Otherwise, it's okay. The question is in what ways it affects the type of relationships. You don't say good or bad, you only tell in this way it is affected. Earlier, they used to struggle finding a good partner because they used to look for only in the vicinity of their locality. Now it is possible. So I mean using this, it's possible to find even if a person is very far, and instantly you can reach out. That's it. Good or bad, that you take up in the next paragraph. Just state some facts, something like this in your simple words. Any doubts so far? And like I always say, it's main idea, supporting idea, example. This has to be the structure. One sentence. Supporting idea, 1 to 2 sentences. Example, 2 to 3, or you can add 4 to 5 sentences also. The more you write in example, better it is. So here, if you see technology eliminating the need to meet or greet offline, first line, it means this is supporting idea. Am I getting it? For example, now she finished it here. I added more examples. This is the structure of an essay. When you write this way, you will get better marks in terms of coherence, cohesion. So the 4 things: task response, coherence, cohesion, grammar, vocabulary. These 4 are important, of which these 2, if you're decent in English, you should be able to get it. But this task response is good in our essay, but coherence, cohesion, I mean, that's what these 2 were the problem because I wanted this type of relationship. And grammar is all about mixture of simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, modal verbs like can, may, might, will. Correct? These are the basic things. So here, if we want to change, it means that if we want to talk to someone, we can see this is that modal verb. 1 or 2 modal verbs, please add, because they are a possibility. They will give you the right, they will explain the scenario better. I will make her happy. I make her happy. I will make her happy. Will say that 100% I will. I can make her happy. I have the ability to make her happy. I can. I may make her happy 50-50. So these kind of modal verbs always give you the possibility. So it's better we use modal verbs, simple compound, simple sentence, eliminating ing has come. This is a complex sentence. If complex sentence. Many students study and are unable to. This can be considered a simple sentence. Many students study overseas and are unable to visit their house. As a result, those people can stay in touch since complex sentence. In addition, another type of such as has surfaced where complex sentence. This means using matrimonial websites, dependent sentence, complex sentence. If you want more inside the writing folder, evaluation folder, 5.evaluation. Inside writing folder, 1.essay, 5.evaluation, you have a grammar folder. If you're interested, you can finish it. You will get a better idea on how to make mixture of these 3. Any doubts so far? All right. So we will take up the next one. Positive or negative, we will see. On the other hand, right usage of the linking word, development of technology, wrong. Development is the noun. Development has happened, not have. It has. A separated individual, separated spelling was wrong, Bindu. I corrected it. Remember this, guys. Every day, 3 p.m. Indian time, we have a spelling test for PT students. I share the meeting ID in group also in the ROE IELTS. If available, please attend. Many people write separate like this. It is wrong. It is a CPA. Like this, so many words, especially in the listening module, IELTS listening module. Even if you get the right answer, if spelling is wrong, you don't get scores. So it's suggested you attend the spelling test if possible. It's just a 10 to 15-minute class. Helps you, correct? All right. Development of technology has separated individuals and discouraged in-person engagement. Exceptional point. This means that, supporting idea, Individuals are losing, never write are doing, are. This is a fact. That's it. Individuals lose, or individuals may lose. Individuals might lose. Individuals would lose. Individuals will lose. Simple, small things. We lose the feeling of meeting the people directly because they can communicate and see anybody online. If I were there, I would have added little further. Otherwise, it's still fine. For example, elderly parents will remain alone at home while their children live far away. They, who is this they refer to? Quick, quick, anybody. They means what? Anybody. It's very simple. They refers to what? Elderly. Why not children? See, in the previous line, there are two nouns. When you add two nouns, the next line, you cannot say they. They are called vague pronouns. Vague means undefined, not clear. Here, they need their children, obviously elderly, but it doesn't work that way. You need to specify. Parents need the children. Approach them directly and communicate, but you need to write who they are. All right, Bindu. Need the children, approach them directly and communicate, but most youngsters prefer greeting their parents online due to their hectic schedule. This behavior decreases the bond between parents and children, meaning this is absolutely negative development. Or I can say, hence, this is a negative development. I suggest add a conclusion to make it more clear. Otherwise, very nicely written, no changes. Even the sentence formation is very nice. See here, they need their children approach them directly and communicate, but compound sentence. This behavior decreases the bond between parents and children, meaning it's a complex sentence. Development of technology separated individuals and discouraged in-person engagement. Simple sentence. She has written a mixture of all. Very simple way of explanation. That's how it should be. Don't write complicated. Some people assume that when I write very complex, with all the word search in the Google, I'll get more marks. You don't get marks. Writing skill is all about with what ease you make the reader understand what you have written. With what ease you convey. Reader should read and with a dictionary putting understanding, trying to understand, that is not going to give you mark. Right, like this, even for 7.5. They need their children. No, both are correct. They need their children. Approach them. They need their children. Approach them directly. Or they need their children to approach them. Both the styles are accepted, Musakir. I totally understood. The infinitive too has to come there. I mean the preposition. Even without it also, it's correct. I want them do it. I want them to do it. But when you consider a very formal way, you can write to. Yes, to be on the safer side. Otherwise, Bindu, very nicely written. If this was added, probably I would have given 7.5 or 8. But this was 7. Definitely it will score 7, though I wanted a little bit more on the type of relationships. Be watchful on the same. To conclude, there are advantages and downsides to technology. It completely depends on how the people utilize it. Why? Have they asked you what is your opinion? No. No need to write this, sir. No need to write. Entire thing is wrong. To conclude, technology has impacted several types of relationships, offering them a bridge to communicate and make lives better. This is what we wrote in first paragraph. So second paragraph, this is what we wrote here. The same thing, whatever I've written in 7 to 8 lines, I summarized it in one line. Furthermore, all you can say to conclude, here you can add the word while and put a comma here. and continue. If you don't want, then you can. To conclude, technology has impacted blah, 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 blah. Furthermore, the extent to which technology is evolved has definite consequences to distance people on the long run, or to distance people, affecting the sweet relationship. This is what we wrote in third paragraph. Now it is complete, Bindu. Never write something new, especially how the people utilize it. It was not written in the entire essay. If used correctly, it may be quite the correctly part and all you did not explain. Whatever you explained, only those you need to write. Remember introduction and conclusion. Don't use this. Use it wherever it is required. That is body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. Second and the third paragraph is where use your kidney. First and the third last paragraph, never use your kidney. Whatever is there, you just have to write. Now, probably this may not score 7, but yes, you've written so well, I would still give you 7. But yes, just make sure the conclusion part is changed. Any doubts you have, you can let me know. So I want to show you one more very nicely written essay. And then we will take up one of this essay and write the answer for the feedback. Let's quickly finish this off. Some people believe that if a child commits a crime, child should be punished. But others think child's parent should be punished. Discuss both the views. Okay. Now this essay will deep dive into both sides. It will be correct. Let's start one of the views. On the one hand, children involved in criminal activities should undertake punishment to learn from their mistakes. Simple sentence. Although children are tender, their exposure in school brings maturity to discriminate right and unjust behavior. In fact, they hold no exception in criminal activities and should be punished stringently to prevent others committing again. Moreover, if such children involved in crime related activities are left unrated, this is called reverse algorithm. Whenever you don't have much data to explain this way, you explain from the other way. If they are not punished, what is going to happen? Instead of why they should be punished, you say if they're not punished, this is what it is. This is what the problem it leads to. If left untreated, without imparting strict regulations on them, it might disrupt the social harmony of the society. This is not explained. Probably she could have written. This will further encourage them and others to continue doing, because there is no such, they're not scared of doing it. They're not there. They think that it is good to commit a crime. Correct? Probably this part she could have written a little bit more. Therefore, it is recommended for children to undertake punishment to regret for their shortcomings in case of criminal activities. For example, in Canada, most children involving in criminal activity are imprisoned to juvenile homes immediately. That discourages other children to repeat the same. She has written it. Probably she has to alter it. Remove it. Now here I'm adding an example. And then therefore, in the head. Now the essay is perfect. She has written a little lot by using the moreover. She has written one more idea. Not a problem. Example, she could have written more, but it is enough for whatever she wrote. Without imparting, it might disrupt the social harmony of the society. For example, how it will disrupt? It will discourage other children. For example, in Canada, most children are imprisoned to juvenile homes immediately. That discourages the children to repeat the same. This is enough. That's what probably some mix and match has happened. She has not written in a. Here, example is looking in this direction. Sorry, Moreover, if such children involved in crime activities are left untreated, is looking in this direction. Example is, if they are treated, then they will not comment in this direction. Probably the symmetry could have been followed. Probably this may not score really good. Cohesion, I mean the coherence cohesion is not up to the mark, but could have been written better. But the ideas are all good. In the school, they get the exposure of what is right and what is wrong. In fact, they hold no exception and should be punished. Moreover, if they are not punished, this might disrupt the social harmony. For example, now example should continue talking about all these things. They know what is right and wrong. They should be punished. If you don't punish, they get encouraged. Their friends also get encouraged. Lot of things could have been written so that whatever she wrote above here is justified through an example. That is still missing. Then don't write too much. So it should be reversed. Whatever written in the blue, let's make it blue for simplicity, or green. The size of whatever written in the green and the size of whatever written in the pink should be interchanged. The pink should be this much, example. The green should be this much. Then it adds clarity. You can write in any way you want, but if you reverse it, you think of it from a reader's perspective, the reader would get more clarity, because example is a scenario, correct? Never write example in one line. I always tell people to write more in the examples. Hope you're getting it. On the other hand, parents should undertake the punishment if their children are proved guilty because of the moral responsibility idea is correct. Always, not all the time, but whenever you get a chance to add a linking word, please do. This means children observe the surroundings influenced by the parents' actions. Apostrophe. And reproduce the same behavior mostly. Furthermore, parents hold the supremacy on their children since comma is not required. Whenever you start a sentence with since I went to hotel, comma, I ate a lot. I ate a lot since I went to hotel, no comma. Whenever you put since in the middle, no comma. All right. Supremacy on the children since they could either pamper the children for their own destruction in case of wrongdoings or rectify their mistakes. So parents hold the supremacy on the children since they, again, two nouns are there. They is so confusing. Since parents could either pamper their children for their own destruction in case of wrongdoings or rectify their mistakes with strong verbal meanings, warnings to promote good behavior. Indeed, a crime done by a child is the result of his or parent who have actually committed it in front of them. See, that's what so many things written. Like I always tell, whatever the first line you write, main idea, supporting idea should continue about it. Don't include one more thing. Parents should undertake the punishment if their children because of the moral responsibility. What is the moral responsibility? Children observe the surroundings influenced by their parents' actions and reproduce the same behavior mostly. This implies it is a parent who is mostly held responsible for their kids' act, which demands the punishment for the parent, giving them or giving the parent chance to fix them. Done. Now it is clear if I end it here. Moral responsibility, children observe and accordingly imitate. If implies there is a parent who is mostly held responsible for their kids, which demands the punishment for the parent, giving the parent a chance to fix the problem. Or you want to give more clarity, children observe things. On the other hand, I would never write this, parent should undertake the punishment, because that's the question. I would have started with, on the other hand, children observe the surroundings influenced by their parents' action and reproduce the same behavior mostly. This should be my first line. I would have removed this. I'm just trying to alter it to make it better in order to convey. On the other hand, children observe their surroundings influenced by their parents' actions and reproduce the same behavior mostly. This implies it is The parent's action indirectly, which would have made the child commit a crime. So, parents who is mostly held responsible for their kids' act, or you can just finish it. For example, in example, I will write more. Most children involved in murders are those who have witnessed their fathers shooting their spouses in their presence. This may mean that if parent is given the punishment, it will definitely bring fear in the parent and abstain from repeating such heinous acts in front of the kids, which in turn serves purpose. Done and dusted. Or you want to write more, you can write more, but example, I have written this much. Probably here I could have added one more line in the second line. The person had written really good, but the person had filled in so many things. Yes, Musakir, that's the idea. One para, one idea. You can write two ideas. See, there is no problem at all. In fact, if you join a different coaching centers, they'll ask you to write two ideas or three ideas. Probably I'm the only person who says one idea is enough. So you write two ideas or three ideas once you get a control, complete control. Now, this is one idea. You write or write, you want to write one more idea, then one more bunch of this much of lines. So this much of lines are there. One more bunch has to come. This people don't. They write one line, one idea, then no marks. You can write one para, two ideas also, Masakir. But for each idea, you need to write main idea, supporting idea, example. So here, if you see, children observe the surroundings influenced by parents' action and reproduce. This is my main idea. For 8, it will affect Musakir. For 7, 7.5, one idea is enough. For 8, you need two ideas. This implies it is the parent's action indirectly, which should have made the child commit a crime. First and the second line are in sync. Now, when I write an example, the example in the third line should be in complete sync with second line and the first line. That's the only thing. Now, whatever I write here should reflect this. For example, most children involved in murders are those who have witnessed their fathers shooting their spouses in their presence. This may mean that if the parent is given the punishment, it will bring a certain kind of fear, which will abstain the parent from doing the same act in front of the kid, thereby the purpose is served. Now I will take up the same essay again. You can just compare. That's when we learn. You can just compare now. I have not written anything extra. Whatever Divya had written, same thing only, but I removed this first line. I removed this line. I removed this and I removed this. And I added one line extra. That's it. The rest all is the same. Just see the second this, the one that I have written and one this. I'm not saying the one that she has written is bad. It has just too many elements in it. Very difficult for the reader to enjoy the reading. So many things. First line is because of the moral responsibility. Second line talks about reproduce the behavior mostly. Third line talks about supremacy. They could pamper, own destruction, rectify these mistakes with strong verbal warnings. How a parent should treat the child by giving warning or what they should do is not asked. But whatever I have written, meaning whatever she wrote, I removed few lines. This is looking a perfect essay. So she would get 6.5, though the ideas are all perfect, but task response, sorry, the coherence question is not up to the mark. Hope you're getting. Coherence question is an art. Write only what is required. Any doubts, guys? So we still have 20 minutes to go.